everyone, welcome back to the future. We're working on the Toyota pickup truck, and today we're removing the engine. The initial starting weight was around 3,200 pounds. Guess how much weight we've lost? Last week we got this Toyota Hilux pickup truck, and it is very similar to the one that was used in the movie Back to the Future. What do I think it's gonna be? I'm gonna go, geez, it just doesn't look that heavy. I'm gonna say 3,900 pounds. If you haven't seen it, I'll put a link to the video right up here, but this is a really good looking truck and it's gonna go through an electric conversion, bringing it back to the future. Let's get to it. For today's sponsor, we have an articulating industrial borescope. Nice. I love it when they come with a nice carrying case. This is I'll call it a handle. This allows you to kind of flex the tip left or right. So here it looks like it comes with a little SD card, which is awesome. And on the other side, this is how you charge it. There it is. That is so cool. And as you can see, it's got pretty good image clarity. So we're gonna go use it. Before I got this borescope, what I would do is I'd actually use my phone. I'd kind of stick it into wherever it was and push record to get a video. And then I'd get it out and I'd try and look at it and figure out what was going on. This allows you to do that real time. I can't tell you how many videos though I've got on my phone. It doesn't work very well. So I'm usually pretty religious about deleting these videos, but this is an example of one that I did on my phone. So here's another one. I couldn't quite tell how to get that off. Again, it was at a weird angle, so I couldn't quite see it. So a product like this would just be awesome. So if you hold this one down, you get a record function. So we'll just say we needed to somehow look inside the cabin. So now it's recording live and you can access this one after you're done. So again, very useful. So this has a 4.3 high definition LCD screen. It also has a 3 amp hour lithium ion rechargeable battery, which gets you about 4 hours of continuous working time. This product has dual lens technology. It has 180-degree articulation left and right. That means you get 360-degree field of view. So right here on the handpiece is how you take pictures. So we'll go ahead and take a picture, and we can access our pictures. And it's got a super long cable, longer than I can reach, maybe 7-8 feet. It also has a brightness here for the light that's on the end. It also has a magnifying glass here, so basically you can zoom in. All very useful features. So I need to see where the through holes are relative to the screw holes. I was about to get my phone out and shove it under here, and I thought, I got one of these. Let's see how it works. All right, see, and you can see we found the hole. I can aim a little bit that way, the other way. So again, very useful device. I will use this all the time. If you don't have one of these in your garage, you are missing out. I'm gonna enjoy this so much. So if you're interested in something like this, I'm gonna leave a link in the video description below. All right, here is the engine. So we're just gonna carefully take it out. First, so we're gonna start with the coolant. So we're gonna take off that hose and the radiator. Oh, there we go. So coolant is out. I'm gonna keep going on coolant. So we've got some of the heater hoses that kind of go back through the firewall. Then we'll tackle some of the vacuum hoses. So I believe that should be all the coolant lines. All right, on to electrical. We gotta take off all these electrical connections. All right, so I think I've got all the electrical off of this side. Got all the vacuum hoses. I still need to do the power steering. This side, I've got electrical, except for there's a couple down there. So I just need to raise the car up and make sure it's all clear. All right, every time I think we're closer, I keep forgetting something. So we've still got the clutch line that we need to take off. We may just take off like the slave cylinder. What else? The other thing, I was hoping to leave the transfer case, but I think this is like a combination transmission transfer case. So I think we're gonna take everything out. We'll decide what we wanna do with those later. All right, we are switching to the interior. We've gotta take these off to access the top part of the transfer case and transmission, just so we can get things out of the way. All right, there we go. We've got access now. The only thing I'm not quite sure about is like transmission's up there, transfer case is back here, and this is like a middle intermediate plate, but I kinda wanna keep the transfer case because it's like they're both on the same block, so I don't know quite how that works. All right, and just like that, they are out. All right, because it's a combination transfer case transmission, we're gonna go ahead and take off the drive shafts, front and rear. Okay. There it goes. All right, clearly I haven't spent enough time under a 4x4, but this is the input shaft for the front differential. And if I spin it, nothing's going on this side, right? So like this one's stationary. This other side though, so it's moving, right? But the wheel's not moving. So it's like, what the heck? All right, I figured it out. It wasn't as big a mystery as I thought. This is old school. They've got wheel like hub lockers. So meaning if this is in the locked position, or right now it's in the free position. So you see that it says free. If you rotate it this way over here to the locked position, then it's locked. So what it is this wheel, which I thought maybe we had an issue with mechanically, it's free. The other wheel is locked. It actually says free too, but it's acting like it's locked. Anyway, that's what's going on. So I know leaky differentials are kind of par for the course, but I guess I was thinking it was leaking from under here because you can see drips and it's wet. I'm wondering if it's just leaking all the way from up here. Either way, let me know if you think this whole differential, whole rear subframe, the whole rear end should be replaced, or if there's just kind of some gaskets and seals we can work on. All right, I just unhooked the fuel line, so I believe everything is good. I think all the electrical connectors are off. I think the last thing we got right here is power steering pump, and then I think we're free. All right, I think we are free now. To get this out, I think we are going to take the hood off. So we'll go ahead, there's 2 bolts there, 2 there. Take the hood off. We'll probably run this off the lift. Just number one, it kind of gives us a better angle, so it'll be tilted down a little bit, and then also I don't have to lift it up as high. So we'll take off the hood, get this off the lift, and start with the engine removal. I think if you could just go up. Just gonna go this way. All right, we've got the engine hoist in place. We've got the lift points. One thing I'm not sure about is if we can get this up high enough to clear the front bumper here. I think this can be disassembled if we need to, but first we're gonna just see if we can get up high enough. If not, we'll go ahead and disassemble the front bumper. All right, the motor is out. We were just at the very top of what we could do. I knew that kind of going in, so I got rid of like all the extra chain links here. A lot of the extra chain links here kind of went directly to there. I really didn't need this for like weight. I just needed it kind of for like ballast. I needed to like pull up this end. It really wasn't enough to do it. So this was really just gonna help balance the load or get that end up to get it out. We've got a lot of the things out. There's other things we need to get out, like the clutch pedal, brake pedal, accelerator pedal. I think I'm gonna try and tear out the interior too while we're at it. We'll just make one episode of getting everything out. Every single one of these fasteners is like not the same, meaning it's been worked on several times. There we go, let's go. There's 2. See, this is another instance, just like, okay, you got that screw and you got that one. There's that one. There we go. I'm realizing this is like a cover over the original dash and it's like glued on. We'll still want to keep this because it's a good looking cover, but I'll probably need to take it off in order to get the whole thing off. All right, so we've got the 3 pedals. As I'm looking up here, it looks like they're actually all kind of connected with one bracket. So I've got to take all those out. So it actually looks like the gas pedal is separate. We can take that one out. All right, so now we've got the bolts off from inside. We're gonna go ahead and take the brake lines off, get this master cylinder out of here. There we go. All right, so we'll let this drain just for a little bit, and then we'll take this guy out. Go. All right, we've got the interior stripped out. We've got the brake pedal still on there. We're gonna reuse the brake pedal, but the accelerator pedal's off, the clutch pedal is off. So I think this is as far as we need to take things down. Same thing here in the front. Obviously engine, everything's out. We got the brake master cylinder out as well as the clutch. We are gonna likely keep the same steering, but yeah, everything else is gone. We've got all stripped down, so next steps are we're gonna do some scanning and then some 3D modeling for brackets, motor mounts, battery box, all that good stuff. So with all this being removed, we're gonna take a new weight. Guess how much weight we've lost? Here is the result. So we're at 2,400 pounds. We lost about 800 pounds. That's interesting. I would have thought a lot more would have come off the front. I guess it did shift. It was kind of 52, 48 the other way to begin with. Left to right, we're still very balanced. We probably still need to get some things out. This is making some good progress. So next up, we'll be doing some scanning and designing to start this thing on the road to electric recovery. I hope you're enjoying our progress. I did get some comments about some of the other vehicles we're working on. Just as a reminder, we've got the Nissan 300ZX, we have the 2006 Jeep Grand Cherokee, and we also have the 1987 Toyota Hilux. We are kind of skipping from build to build. Some of that is just because we're waiting for batteries or something, or motors. It takes a long time to get some of these in, so we like to kind of work on some projects while other projects are on hold. Heard people say you should just stick to one project. I'd love it, but that's kind of not the way things are going. We do have a couple more projects lined up, if you can believe it. What we might do for those is we might actually try and get all the footage from that. It'll probably be a year out, but then we'll stack it all together so it's more continuous. We also might have some of our first employees. So again, we've got the shop that's getting pretty full. We need more hands to do the work so we can get through these builds faster. I've also started looking at some commercial space for lease. These are all exciting growing steps for this new company. So thank you all for following along. That'll do it for this time. See you next time. And it is very similar to the one that was used in the movie Back to the Future. Oh no, stay here.